Hello students, I am again here with an important question related to Swami Vivekananda's The Conquest of the World by Indian Thought. Okay, and this kind of question is always asked in the examination, that what does Swami Vivekananda say about Indian thought in the conquest of the world by Indian thought? Or what are the views of Swami Vivekananda related to Indian thought in his given lecture. So, first of all, we have to understand that this was not an essay, but the conquest of the world. It was actually a lecture delivered by Swami Vivekananda in front of the students of Madras. So, when you will start to give the answer to such questions, then you have, first of all, you have to start from this line, that the conquest of the world by Indian thought was delivered before the students of Madras. He asks, who asks? Swami Vivekananda, and he asks Indian people, okay, students of Madras, or he asks all of them, mostly Indian people, to enlighten other countries, because Swami Vivekananda, he himself has tried his best to enlighten the whole country, the whole universe, or the other countries. So that is why that he himself is asking all the Indian people that they must try to enlighten other countries. And how they can enlightening or spreading their thoughts, whatever their thoughts, whatever knowledge they have about religion, about spiritualism, they must try to spread all their thoughts all over the world. So he asks Indian people to enlighten other countries, and with what? With their thoughts, okay, thoughts of spiritualism, thoughts of religion. Foreigners may come with their strong armies, because now what he tells them, that they have a lot of power in their thoughts. Thoughts are very powerful, and they are so powerful that they can easily win the heart of people. We needn't to make a fight, we needn't to quarrel with anyone, we needn't to attack on someone to get victory, because our thoughts are so powerful that easily, through our thoughts, we can easily win the heart of others. So foreigners may come with their strong armies. Foreigners, when they have to win, or they have to get victory, they have to conquer the other countries, they always come with their powerful force, their powerful armies. But Indians, they needn't to do that. We Indians are able to conquer the world without having any strong armies, without making any attack on anyone, and we have this power, we have this ability to conquer the whole world. With what? With not strong armies, but with our spirituality, with our thoughts, or with our spiritual thoughts. So only through these spirituality, through our thoughts, we can enlighten, we can win the whole universe. So this spirituality must conquer the West, and this spirituality is with us, is with Indian people, because Indian people, they are very spiritual, and they must avail of it. If we have this spiritualism, if we have so powerful thought within us, then we must try to spread it out all over the world, and this spirituality must conquer the West. So Swami Vivekananda, he was very confident that if we want to conquer the world, then it can be possible only through our powerful thoughts, through our spiritualism. The conquest of the world, it is possible, okay, and there is also a possibility, it is not a difficult work, but it is possible only and only by Indian thought. It is not possible by strong armies, by making an attack on someone, but the conquest of the world can be possible only and only through spiritualism, or through Indian powerful thoughts. And Swami Vivekananda, he himself travelled to the United States, and he also represented India, okay. Whenever or wherever he went, he tried his best to represent India, or Indian thoughts, or Indian spiritualism. And that was the reason that Swami Vivekananda, he also won the hearts all by his spiritual speech. And this time also, in front of the students of Madras, he is delivering his lecture based on the Indian thought. So, Swami Vivekananda, he won the hearts all by his spiritual speech. That is why that this time he is so confident that he is also asking all the Indian people to do the same. At the parliament of the world's religions, okay, when he was invited to deliver his lecture where at the parliament of the world's religions, then Swami Vivekananda preferred to give his lecture to express his views related to the Indian religion, and there he showed the path of happiness by leading pious life in Vedic tradition, and he emphasized on what he emphasized on the pious life, on spirituality. So, the story of our conquest has been described by the great emperor of the great emperor. And who was this great emperor of India? It was Ashoka. Swami Vivekananda, he also gives an example of Ashoka, that his conquest was of religion and spirituality. Then he asks the young Indian people that one more, the world must be conquered by India. The same was done by Ashoka, spreading out all the thoughts related to religion and spiritualism, and now the same is being asked from the side of Swami Vivekananda to the young Indian people, that once more they must try to spread their spiritual thoughts so that they may conquer the whole world. And by what? By India, through her religion and spirituality. Means we can conquer the world only through our religion and through our spirituality, as our religion does not depend on a person but based on principles of spirituality. Then he also gives us so many examples that the religions of other countries, they are always depend on a particular person, but this is the importance, this is the uniqueness of our religion, of Indian religion, that it is not based on any specific principles or specific person, but it is based on only spirituality. Means Indian religion is based on spirituality, and that is why that we are able to conquest the world. So Swami Vivekananda says that we have to learn many things from the world. As Manu also said, he also gives an example of Manu, and what he said, receive some good knowledge even from the low born. He is not saying that only we have good things and not other countries, but wherever or whenever we find good things, even in other countries also, even in other religions also, we must try to catch that. So Manu also said, receive some good knowledge. Our purpose must be to get good knowledge, to get good things. It does not matter from where we are getting that, and even from the low born. So we must not hesitate to get something different, something good or something worthable from a low caste person also, and even from the man of lowest birth, because lowest born is not important. Important is only the knowledge. Learn by service the road to heaven. So that important thing is for Swami Vivekananda to get spiritual knowledge, to get more and more enlightenment, so that we may expand it to the others. So as true children of Manu, we must obey. Okay, we all are Indian people, we are the true children of whom? Of Manu, and this is why that we must follow all his preachings, we must obey his commands, and be ready to what? Be ready to learn the lessons of this life. So that was a lecture of Swami Vivekananda, and it is full of knowledge, it is full of enlightenment, or the life hereafter from anyone who can teach us. So these are the views of Swami Vivekananda, his Indian thought presented in this lecture, The Conquest of the World by Indian Thought.